Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. In the last episode, we dealt with Wily Stage 1, now it's time for Wily Stage 2. We're just getting right on into it. And get some weapon energy refills. And I guess we want to go left here first. There's a net. And Rush Coil or Concrete Shot works here. This is kind of a long stage, too. And we have the return of the Plasma Ball enemies from Plugman's stage. I think you can actually skip most of this part if you use the right weapon. Concrete Shot works, and maybe Rush Coil would, if you can position it correctly. So we can either Rush Jet through the top, or we can Laser Trident through the bottom. I choose Dog! That was almost bad. And then we have these weird enemies. They make illusory blocks. Remember where they are, because it doesn't matter too much here if you fall through them, but later on, of course, they put them over spikes and stuff. So, there, and there. Of course, sometimes it looks like you hit your head on them when you actually haven't, because of the way Mega Man's hitbox works. You need a utility to get through there. Go up here. Shoot another one of these things. Don't hit the spikes, and all three of those are illusory. So I remember the pattern. Now that looks like you'd be able to make that jump, but I'm not sure you can actually do it without Rush Jet, and I don't feel like testing it. Well, we had Magma Man's mid-boss, now it's time for Hornet Man's again. Boy, it's really shy this time. It seems to pop in and out pretty darn quickly. First try, alright. And checkpoint. So now it's time for a water section. With, of course, Splash Woman's enemies, because where else are you going to put them? I think we do have the fish, too. This particular octopus is kind of hard to hit. Well, the top's not too bad, the bottom is. Careful jumps around spikes. And there's an E-Tank down this way. Tap the jump button. Just tap it. Yeah. This always makes me nervous, and half the time I just skip it because that happens. Well, I got 3/4 of the way through and got the E-Tank anyway. It's up to you whether an E-Tank is worth more or less than an extra life. But either way, I sure hope something drops a 1-up, because I don't feel confident in my ability to get through the rest of the stage with only 1 extra life. Keep shooting the ink ball. We will not have the return of Dark Mega Man. Thank you. Shoot this. And there's another one. Yeah, there's another one. A bunch more. Yeah, I was gonna take a hit there, sooner or later. I would assume there are fish in here. Fish that don't drop 1-ups, which makes them useless. Fittingly enough, Laser Trident. And go ahead and refill the Concrete Shot here. And more jump control. Yeah, this stage makes me kind of nervous. With all the jumping around spikes and stuff. This jump right here. This stinking jump. Okay, got it. But there's also this stinking jump right here. Phew! I hope I make it through this stage the first time, because it gives me anxiety. And we have more of these things. We can shoot them. So, middle. Well, they didn't have time to make many fake platforms, so... or fake blocks. They're platforms. They also have Galaxy Man's UFOs returning. That is an awkward location for one of those things, because we can't... well, I guess we can. A little bit of a shortcut there if we can make it in. I forget, was there anything at the bottom? Ow. No, there was not, so that little extra excursion was pointless. So yeah, just go for the shortcut. Ah! Forgot about those. Yeah, I didn't think those flying saucers were that difficult back in... this could be bad. Button mash! Button mash for your life! And another one of them. I think that might be in the only time in the game we see 2 of those in a row. Okay, so we have 2 extra lives now, and it's boss time. I'm not super great at fighting this thing either, but there's always special weapons if I need them. I actually forget what it's weak to. But this is actually a multi-part boss. We have this shark tail that we have to fight, and we can only actually shoot it, or deal damage to it, when the hatches are open. Meanwhile, it's shooting us with missiles. This is the easiest section. Yeah, the hardest part is... ow. Figuring out where the missiles should be. Or where you should stand so that you can get rid of the missiles before they become a problem. So, first form done. Or first section, rather. And we move on to the middle of the shark. Where we have these little hatches that are opening. This one's actually kind of a pain. Those spikes on the underside aren't instant death, but they still hurt. And it's very easy to jump into them. But you have to shoot the hatches. I want to say this form's weak to Magma Bazooka. I mean, I guess with that you could... ow. Yeah, that was a pretty decent chunk of damage there. I guess with Magma Bazooka you could hit them without jumping. Of course you want to get rid of the little fish as soon as they show up. Okay, time for the third one. And I kinda want to just use an E-Tank. I mean, that's what they're there for, and it's not fair that Wily should get all of them, right? So we're just gonna do that. I think the head's weak to Laser Trident. It makes you jump into lasers. It shoots a series of 4 lasers like this. And you either have to jump them or duck them. Looks like jumping over the last 2 is a good idea. Well, of course it depends on where the head is when it shoots them. Or you could just stand there and take it like a champ. I don't think the weakness actually even does that much damage to it, like maybe 3, which I suppose is an improvement over the Buster, but we're done with Wily Stage 2 anyway, so I'll see you next time.